Hello dear students, in the previous lecture we have discussed clearance fit and the interference fit, and we have also discussed the difference between allowance and tolerance. And now in this lecture we are going to discuss transition fit and the system of it. So first we discuss the transition fit. So what is transition fit? As we have already discussed the clearance and interference fit. Clearance fit exists when the allowance is positive nature, and when interference fit exists when the allowance is of negative nature. So transition fit is what? Transition fit is the state in between the clearance fit and the transition fit. It may be the result in either clearance fit or interference fit depending on the actual value of the individual tolerance of the matting part. Uh, this line I can explain with the help of an example. You all have seen the shaft of generator. So shaft of generator contains a groove for the key, and there is a handle that is used to start that generator by putting that into the shaft. So there is a key type structure in the handle of the generator, and that key type structure is inserted into the shaft where key groove is present, and generator can be started by rotating the handle with the help of that, by fixing the handle in the shaft, and we can rotate that in one direction only. So insertion of that handle in the shaft is the example of clearance fit. But when it get inserted with the help of that key part, and when we do the rotary motion of that handle with respect to the shaft, then it become interference fit. So there is the condition of clearance fit as well as the interference fit in transition fit. Okay, so next point is transition fit are a comprises between clearance and interference fit, there as I have given you an example. Okay, so it is used in railway wheels. For example, railway wheels are designed in such a way that during the summer the railway track get expanded, so it can get uh, fixed, so it can bear that expansion of the railway track in the railway wheel. Or in the winter it get contracted, so that contraction can be bear with the help of that railway wheel. So railway wheels are designed in such a way that it can exist the clearance fit as well as interference fit, so it is put it in the category of transition fit. Next is fixing key. I have already given an example of generator shaft. Changing gears by putting by putting gear on the shaft, we insert a key. So this is also the example of transition fit. Uh, Now we can see with the help of this diagram, in the type of transition fit, what will happen? The upper limit, the upper limit of the hole is greater than the lower limit of the shaft. The upper limit is greater than the lower limit of the shaft, and the lower limit of the hole is smaller than the upper limit of the shaft. So there is the condition of maximum clearance and the maximum interference. So maximum clearance formula is given by upper limit of the hole minus lower limit of the shaft, and maximum interference is lower limit of the hole minus upper limit of the shaft. So according to this, clearance is of positive nature and interference is of negative nature. And talking about the tolerance zone, we can see that this purple part is the tolerance zone for the hole, and this black part is the tolerance zone for the shaft. So they are overlapping each other. So in the transition fit, what will happen? Tolerance zone always overlap. So overlapping of tolerance zone take place in transition fit. So this is all about transition fit. I think this is clear to you. So next we are going to discuss the system of obtaining different types of fit, how the clearance fit exists, how the interference fit exists, how the transition fit exists. So there are two methods, standard method. First is a hole basis system and another is the shaft basis system. In the hole basis system, as the name indicate, hole basis. So in this system, what we do, we kept the basic size of the hole constant. It means we kept the lower limit of the hole equal to the basic size. It means we are keeping the lower limit of the hole equals to its basic size. And so that's why we have said that basic diameter of the hole is constant, while the shaft size is varied according to the type of the fit. This diagram is showing you the hole basis system. You can see that this size, the lower limit of the hole, is kept fixed, and according to this, the shaft is varied. In this diagram, this black is the tolerance zone for the shaft. So here you can see that there is a clearance. There is a gap in between the size of the hole and the size of the shaft. So it is a clearance fit. In the same way, this whole diameter is constant, shaft is varied. So this is the example of transition fit. Here it can be clearance fit if it is designed, if we design shaft at the lower limit, and when the shaft is designed at the upper limit, it become the interference fit. So it is fall under the category of transition fit. In the same way, this is the interference fit, when the upper limit and the lower limit of the shaft is greater than the lower limit of the hole. So this is the interference fit. So in the same way, next system is shaft basis system. And then in the shaft basis system, as the name indicates, shaft basis. So what we do in the shaft basis system, we kept the basic diameter of the shaft constant. It means we kept the upper limit of the shaft equal to the basic size of the shaft, and the variation is provided over the hole size to get the different types of the fit. For example, this is the basic size of the shaft, and the variation is provided to the hole. So you can see that the diameter of the, or we can say that the basic size of the shaft is less than the lower limit and the upper limit of the hole. So it is a clearance fit. And here the lower limit of the hole is smaller than the shaft basic size, and the upper limit is greater than the shaft basic size. So this falls under the category of transition fit, because at the lower limit of the hole, interference exists, and at the upper limit of the hole, clearance exists. In the same way, there is interference fit. So in the interference fit, the upper limit of the hole and the lower limit of the hole is kept below the basic size of the shaft. So we can say that it is the interference fit. So these are the two systems which are used in our production system. So now the question arises that which type of system is preferred in production? Both the types of production system are followed, but mostly we use one type of system, and on what basis we select that system. So we generally use the hole basis system, in which the diameter or the basic size of the hole is kept constant and the variation is provided to shaft. And this is based on the production method of hole and shaft. So we use hole basis system. And why we use hole basis system? बेटा जैसे आप जानते हो होल बेसिस सिस्टम में मैंने आपको बताया था कि बेसिक साइज ऑफ द होल रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट, and the production process of the hole is very long. First of all, we have to do drilling, then boring, then reaming, then super finishing process. So we need number of tools to manufacture that hole, and shaft is only manufactured with the help of turning process. We only turn the shaft. So if first of all we fix the shaft size and then we made hole, so we have to use drilling, boring, then and let us suppose after the final process the hole is smaller than the shaft. So then what we have to do? We have to again use drilling, next other drilling bit, we have to use boring bit, we have to use reaming bit, and other super finishing tools also. So with the hole, the tool, with the size of the hole, the tool get changed. But in the manufacturing of shaft, we only use single point cutting tool to turn that shaft. So first of all, what we have to do, we kept the size of the hole fixed. It means we know that this type of tool is needed to manufacture that hole. So first of all, we manufacture the hole, and then after, according to the size of the hole, we design the shaft, because only one tool is needed. So it will reduce the cost of tooling, and overall cost of production get reduced. So therefore we prefer hole basis system to manufacture or to in the production process. So with respect to the hole basis system and shaft basis system, we prefer to use hole basis system because it is difficult to manufacture hole. For manufacturing hole, different types of tool is to be used. So therefore, first we fix the size of the hole, and then we manufacture the shaft according to the size of that hole. Okay, I think this is clear to you. So today's lecture is over. Thank you so much and have a nice day.